Man, I'm gonna give y'all a little information. This is needed. Um, Me myself personally, I believe it's best for individuals who are entrepreneurs by spirit. Um, Most of those guys in my community, they just, they entrepreneurs by spirit, but they gotta find a way to direct that spirit in a direction to where it won't get them in trouble later on down the road. You got to transition. Um, and it's hard. It's hard once you done did one thing for so long, and this is the only way you know how to get money. You've been doing it for so long, and it's programming. It's the programming. Always remember programming. So you get used to that, and you think it's too hard to start a different way. My solution, my advice, not a solution, my advice, if you have enough, if you have some money, if you have $100,000, $100,000 is very, very powerful in the hands of an individual who know what to do with $100,000. $100,000 under your mattress is only $100,000 under your mattress. Yeah, you can go buy a lot of stuff with it, but you still have to reinvest maybe in the wrong thing to keep that $100,000, $100,000. It may cost you your life, a lot of time in prison, a lot of things like that. So, but if you have $100,000, it's a lot of different ways you can go, and you ain't gonna be who you was when you were doing what you were doing before. You're gonna have to step down and humble yourself for a minute and understand that if you put the same amount of time that you put into what you were doing before, you can reap the benefits of it. A lot of people don't understand. If you out in the streets hustling and you got a status out there, whatever, think about how long you've been doing that. It's probably about 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You got invested into this one type of lifestyle that can cost you, well, all that can cost you, anything can cost you, but I'm talking about people take you away from your family and want to give you a life sentence in 30, 40 years. If you got 100 grand, you got 50 grand, you got 30 grand, you can start something other than what you're doing. You just have to know the steps and understand you're going to start off small, just like you did with anything else. You're going to start off small. What I want to offer to people who may be interested or guys who already established in this line of work is landscaping. I done put myself in position from learning from my mistakes, and I started the company through property preservation, which in turn taught me a lot about landscape. As I what I call tapped out or hit the ceiling in property preservation. Well, at one year I was making like $200,000, like $200,000 a year just doing property preservation. It was lucrative during the time there was a lot of foreclosures going around. A lot of people in this city was involved in it. A lot of people, well, not that many people do it now. It's a few who are still involved in property preservation. And they can tell you the same thing I'm telling you, it was lucrative. And it probably would be again once the market crashed all the way and the housing market go down. I mean, if you're in the business, you'll reap the benefits of it. Hate to say it like that, but that's just how it goes. But I transitioned over into landscaping contract. I seen it was more money, it was more opportunities over there. But I had to find a way to get in the door, and that's when I had to find out all the steps and requirements that these agencies require to even do business with them. You have to have some people to back you up. Okay, contracts. You're gonna have to read. If you don't want to read, you out of here. You're gonna have to read if you plan on getting your own contracts. What I'm offering you guys, if you're in Jacksonville, Orlando, Naples, got a lot of landscape, Fort Myers, Sarasota, anywhere in the state of Florida. And the only reason I'm reaching out to the state of Florida, maybe Georgia, because I can come right there and we can network. Tallahassee, anywhere. I can. It don't take me that long to get there and contact you and show you how we got to put this thing together. You got to have some equipment. You got to have at least 2 trucks before I can even do business with you. Because if one truck break down, I got to know that you're still able to go out and take care of the work. You need to have three zero turns, at least 3, because one breakdown, I need you to keep going. Equipment, you're gonna have an equipment inventory, and the guys that's serious will contact me, and I'll tell you what you need, and we can go out here and make some money. It's probably millions and millions of dollars of money out there in landscape. St. Augustine, Palm Coast, Daytona. All these places got landscape, man. It's millions of dollars out there, millions, man. You got companies like DBI. Check them out. DBI, Brightview, Davis Tree Service. You probably have seen them cutting power over power lines. Man, millions of dollars in this business, millions. If we work together as a team, and you know, like I said, I'm in position to be a prime contractor with some of these counties and cities and government contract that's available. Most people who trying to get in, you got to find a prime contractor to go with, to piggyback on, to allow you to do the work, so you'll be able to have some references to eventually later on, because they want to see 3 years tax return, and you got to be registered with the state. So if you ain't got that, you ain't got a business in their eyes, and they gonna want to see it. We're gonna go over right now scope of work and minimum requirements, and this terms and condition of the contract. With any contract dealing with land, with anything, they're gonna offer, all the contracts gonna be the same. This is like a 43 page contract. So let's go. Scope. I'm not gonna say the county. I'm just gonna read the contract. Let's see, this is County Transportation Division. Seek to award a contract with a qualified contractor for property landscape maintenance along such and such highway. We can say US 41, or we can say 301, or whatever highway in your area, in your city, 92, US 1, whatever, 17, whatever, 19, whatever, 54, 56. All I'm gonna read about the same. As defined in attachment A, minimum requirements. All right. Let me get this right. The bidder / proposer or principal thereof shall demonstrate recent experience in providing substantially similar service regarding landscaping. The responsibility survey should be used by the bidder / proposer to provide such information. If the bidder / proposer use its own form, the information provided must be substantially similar as requested in the responsibility survey. Basically, what they saying, you gotta have some type of references to say that you did something like this. You can't just come off the screen and say, yeah, I didn't cut 100. I used to cut a whole bunch of houses. I used to cut 100 houses, right? They ain't looking at that. They want to see, do you have some type of experience in cutting on the side of the highway? You got to have MOT certification for one. You got to know about traffic safety and all that. See, these things you have to have. Certificates you must hold in order to even bid on these type of contracts. It just ain't for everybody. I get everybody, man, how I get them contracts? Bruh, slow down. Do you got 20 residential clients? No, I ain't got that. Well, I say, brother, when you get 100 residential clients, then come back and holler at me. Because if you got 100 residential clients and you've been maintaining them for over a year or 2 years, I know you understand now being on time. I know you understand how to route things. I know you understand about keeping your customers happy. I know you understand that. Don't call me and you just started and you want to know how you, I don't want to talk, man. I'm talking about serious individuals, serious. If you want to learn, I will teach you. You know, I will teach you. I'm putting together a curriculum now to sit down with a lot of individuals to help you understand how you secure these contracts. Like, I've been doing it for 6 years. I've been out of prison for, no, I've been doing it longer than 6 years now. Damn, why I keep saying 6? Been longer than 6. 12 to 2000. Okay, 12. Yeah, it's been about 6 years. Yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah, 6 years. I got out in 2012 after serving 6.5 years in federal prison. And I didn't have no excuses. I came out and got it. I had a friend of mine. She directed me in the direction of starting property preservation, which she was doing. Charlotte Davis. She the one actually introduced me to property preservation. She showed me 2 checks. One check for $6,000, one check for $8,000. That's all she had to show me. Boom, I took off. I said, if she can do it, I can do it. And I'm gonna go all day, you know. And from that, boom, that taught me landscaping, and I jumped over here. But by me doing business with this property preservation company for so many years, I had my 3 years tax return. You see? Then I did some other work for some other people who wrote, you know, stuff down to verify. Okay? So we already talked about the scope of the work, the minimum requirements, special terms and conditions. All right? An allowance in the amount of $10,000 will be added to the total bid amount for plants and miscellaneous landscape commodities. Commodities and or service ordered through the allowance are limited to the items/service listed above. Costs for the commodities/service must be pre-approved by the county and deemed to be fair, responsible by the county staff. Basis for award: overall low. Overall low. Award will be made to the lowest responsive and responsible bidder meeting specifications. Award will be made to a single bidder for all line items. If a bidder fails to submit an offer on all line items, then the bidder is not eligible for award. Basically, it's plain and simple. If you miss something on the contract, when it come down to putting your prices in, you're not eligible. They're gonna overlook it. Say you didn't do your job. You didn't do what you're supposed to do. See, myself, I just sat down earlier. I sat down and come up here and look. No one around me, no distractions. I don't want no one calling my name, nothing. I want to concentrate. This is what you're gonna have to do. If you ain't willing to do this, block out everything and focus in on what you need to do, take care of business, you faking. So this is what I'm gonna go with that today. And then I continue to give you guys information on how to get these contracts. But just listen, we just went over the minimum requirements, special terms and conditions, and the scope of what they're looking for. And like I said, if you're in these counties, you serious, get at me, man. We can make this money. It's millions of dollars in landscape. Millions. I'm looking at one in a few years worth almost like 800,000. One contract, man. If I can't get it all by myself, I get somebody else. We just gotta work together and get it. For sure. Get at me. Get money. Stay true. Peace.